What is communication? Communication is many things. Communication is talking to one another, it is spreading information, it is a post in social media, it is television, it is our hairstyle. There is a lack of agreement in the arguments about the nature of communication studies. Underlying these assumptions is a general definition of communication as social interaction through messages. Communication is central to the life of our culture. Without it, culture of any kind must die. Consequently, the study of communication involves the study of the culture with which it is integrated. Communication also involves signs and codes. Signs are artifacts or acts that refer to something other than themselves. That is, they are signifying constructs. Codes are the systems into which signs are organized and which determine how signs may be related to each other. These signs and codes are transmitted or made available to others, and that transmitting or receiving signs, codes, communication is the practice of social relationships. John Fiske identifies two schools in the study of communication. The first sees communication as the transmission of messages. It is concerned with how senders and receivers encode and decode, with how transmitters use the channels and media of communication. It is concerned with matters like efficiency and accuracy. It sees communication as a process by which one person affects the behavior or state of mind of another. If the effect is different from that which was intended, this school tends to talk in terms of communication failure and look to the stages in the process to find out where the failure occurred. This school can be referred as process school. The second school sees communication as the production and exchange of meanings. It is concerned with how messages or texts interact with people in order to produce meanings. That is, it is concerned with the role of text in our culture. It uses terms like signification and does not consider misunderstandings to be necessarily evidence of communication failure. They may result from cultural differences between sender and receiver. For this school, the study of communication is the study of text and culture. The main method of study is semiotics. So we can refer this school as Semiotic School. The process school tends to draw upon the social sciences, psychology and sociology in particular, and tends to address itself to acts of communication. The Semiotic School tends to draw upon linguistics and the arts subjects and tends to address itself to works of communication. Each school interprets our definition of communication as social interaction through messages in its own way. The first defines social interaction as a process by which one person relates to others or affects the behavior, the state of mind, or emotional response of another, and of course, vice versa. This is close to the common sense, everyday use of the phrase. Semiotics, however, defines social interaction as that which constitutes the individual as a member of a particular culture or society. The two schools also differ in their understanding of what constitutes a message. The process school sees a message as that which is transmitted by the communication process. Many of its followers believe that intention is a crucial factor in deciding what constitutes a message. The sender's intention may be stated or unstated, conscious or unconscious, but must be retrievable by analysis. The message is what the sender puts it into by whatever means. For semiotics, on the other hand, the message is a construction of signs which, through interacting with the receivers, produce meanings. The sender, defined as transmitter of the message, declines in importance. The emphasis shifts to the text and how it is read. And reading is a process of discovering meanings that occurs when the reader interacts or negotiates with the text. This negotiation takes place as the reader brings aspects of his or her cultural experience to bear upon the codes and signs which make up the text. The message then is not something sent from A to B, but an element in a structured relationship whose other elements include external reality and the producer, reader. Producing and reading the text are seen as parallel, if not identical, processes in that they occupy the same place in this structured relationship.